Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So as you have seen for sure today, I didn't slept much. I had insomnia, and I I have been, I don't know if processing much, but letting myself feel. So I'm still in silence, not talking with anybody. And honestly, I am not in the mood of understanding what I going through. I'm just willing to feel. And as I spoke today with my higher self, it's better to let the river flow. I guess it's interesting to share today about something I wrote in my conversation in the blog, which is about how subconscious makes us feel things that sometimes is not related to what we are living in our days. And if I think about it, of course I can relate it with certain things that just happened. But when I try to feel deeply why, I can notice that they repeat once and again, and that they are not related exactly with my life today. It's related with a much deeper process that repeats every once in a while. And as my higher self said, it is like the sediments of a river. That goes along miles and miles. I guess what got stuck in my mind about this is that all the things that we have in the subconscious, they remain there even if we do a healing process, even if we heal our history, they are still there. It's not that something that you just transcended and it disappeared. The subconscious is always there. And every time that you go back to the memories, the emotion comes back once and again. So it's not about to erase the past and what we felt. It's about how we can handle today what happened before. Precisely. The subconscious is the place where everything that we have felt, what we have done, goes to. Everything. And is a place where the conscious and the unconscious used to put everything. All the information, all the things that are not needed for our process today, it is put there in the subconscious. And it remains forever. So that's why to go to the subconscious is not about healing something. It's about knowing yourself. It's about knowing what is within you, and it's a part of you. One of the things that I realized after a long time believing that we have to go to the subconscious in order to heal, I was thinking that we had to heal the subconscious, but I just realized today that it's not like that we are not healing the subconscious. That the subconscious is like a kind of a library where all the data, all the information is there. Everything is there without any judgment. Every book, every memory. And the process of healing starts when we realize that we have an unconscious behavior that we want to turn into conscious. So it's our conscious that goes inside the subconscious to this library to look for the data. And when we find it, we start to become aware, conscious. So we can change our unconscious behavior. But actually, you are not healing the subconscious. You are just understanding what is in that library. Eventually, when we start to go to the subconscious, we start to discover that we all share kind of the same pattern, like loneliness, abandon, fears. It's like if all of us share mostly the same, even if it goes to other planets, to other realms. And the problem that we have when we are trying to get into the subconscious is that there's no place for the conscious. That is very difficult to put your mind on it and try to find the logics. You can only feel. Because we are mammals, we usually tend to look for an explanation, for a logical explanation of why we are feeling like this, of what is the root of all this. And trying to find a solution, and we try to help each other by saying this shall pass, and this you have to do this or that. But actually not always has a meaning or a need to get out from this. Me, myself, I am someone very positive in my life, saying those kind of things. So that's why I usually tend to push everyone to be happy, to feel fine. And I hide many things. That, as I was saying, this state in which I find myself now is something that I felt many times in my life, is something that I usually tend to fall into. Like, it's not the first time, but today I was wondering why it happens so many times. Why it repeats itself if I already put consciousness on that and understood why I was feeling like this. And today the answer was very simple. It is just because we are 70% water. So our life is a river. This is the cycle of water. And every moment that we feel like this is like this turns of the river when it flows. Maybe the reason why we feel like this once and again is because we are in a hurry to reach the ocean and we don't pay attention to the sediments and all the things that are grabbed by the river. Today I was watching images of the Great Canyon in Arizona. I don't know if you have seen the images, but it's something amazing to see because you can picture all the layers, different colors of the canyon, and every layer of each color is basically all the sediments of the river through 500 millions of years. So actually, there are like these layers of books in a library. And it's a lot of information, and eventually a river starts to pass through again and erodes this land, letting all the books appear. And every time that the river runs, it takes part of the sediments to the Gulf of California. And the layers, the books start to appear. But in order to see all the layers of history, all the books till the very depth, the river must go once and again through the same spots, turning in the same corners, grabbing the sediments so a new layer can appear. So usually we believe that in order to be an enlightened one, you have to be in the top of the mountain. But actually, in order to know yourself, what you have to do is to go deeper into the valley. These days I was feeling very ashamed of being like this, so low, and feeling that everything that I had explained was like nothing. It didn't work because I was feeling like this, like exactly the opposite to our goal. And actually, today I saw myself like what I was actually doing was like reading the books in the layers of the Great Canyon as I was going down. What I was feeling these days is so many emotions that I can relate to things that are happening in my life right now, but most of them are mixed with other lives and other memories from other different realities. So it was like what I usually felt was like blaming on my higher self for making me remember. And of course, we usually blame into the ones we have aside around us of the things that are happening, but actually they are just echoes from our subconscious. It's not a blame on geography, it's the responsibility of the choice that the river does to go through it. My path is your path, so that's why I share it. Vibration for today is Ria. The statement today is I am a dreamer of dreamers. The code is the family bunnies. So, as the higher self said today, there's no other thing to do but to flow like the river and just feel it. everybody for being here. See you tomorrow.